So there is this new trend online, about shaming, particularly ladies that are not married at certain age, that ladies that are not married at say 30, 35. Why? What for? And you are letting the pressure to get to you. I'm here to tell you that please don't let pressure decide marriage for you. Because if you allow pressure take you into marriage, the same pressure will bring you out of marriage. The same pressure will throw you out of marriage. Now, for you that want to use to that pressure that, oh, you must marry before 25, before 30, breaking news. The same people that are pressuring you, they will be the same people to mock you when the marriage crashes. They will be the same people that will mock you when you run into something you never, you know, planned for. So I've been talking to a lot of ladies lately about the issue of wanting to be married because I really try to understand why some people are so desperate to get married. You see a girl, she's so frantic, she's restless, nothing, she feels like nothing about her life is worth it because she is simply not married. I understand that a lot of times this pressure comes from the society. The society puts this pressure on women like, oh, you have to be married before 30, you must be married at 22. If you're not married at 25, then you're not a woman, you have bad character. There's just a whole lot about it. But do we pause to ask the question like, when should you get married? Why should people get married? And that's the question I want to ask anybody that is under pressure right now. Why do you want to get married? Is it because you feel like the clock is ticking for you, or because you have graduated from the university and boom, it is time to get married? Or you have done university, you've gone for NYC, and of course, it is time, the next thing is to marry. Why do you really want to marry? For me, there is actually no particular date or time that is best for someone to get married. I don't think that marrying at 30 is the best time, or marrying at 20 is the best time, or marrying at 35 is the best time. To me, there is no single answer to this. It is about when anyone is ready. Some people, as early as 24, 25, they are very ready to be married. You could see some ladies at 21, they're about, they have graduated, they've started working, and they have this plan about their life. In fact, as a matter of fact, some persons at 25 seem to already have their lives figured out. And there is also this other group at 30, does not even understand whether their lives are moving left or right. You should really ask yourself, what group do you belong to, and what do you want to achieve with your life? What do you want to achieve with the marriage? Yes, it is not possible to be 100% ready. However, there are some level of readiness that are required, for you to be able to sustain yourself and sustain the marriage. If we look deeply into why there is a lot of divorce in our society, we actually find out that people marrying for the wrong reasons is basically at the center of it. There are many other reasons, but a lot of us marry just because we want to marry, just because you feel you are of age to marry. How ready are you? How emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially, and spiritually ready are you? At least these 5 points are very important. Are you financially matured to be married? Yes, you heard me say that. As a lady, are you financially matured to be married? Or you think the financial maturity is just for the man? Are you emotionally matured to be married? Are you psychologically matured to be married? Are you spiritually matured to be married? Because you're not just fighting only your own life battles, you're fighting that of yours and that of your husband. And of course, you're even going to bring children into the world, and you're meant to be responsible for them. So, how ready are you in all of these aspects? How ready are you? And when some people are so desperate that they want to marry, they are simply desperate because they have not heard their own ow and God when, cute couples go. That's just what they want to hear, and that is the central reason why they want to marry. You have gone for plenty ashwebi for your friends, so you want them to see that you too can do your own ashwebi. And let me tell you something about that mindset. In our culture, when you're getting married, you turn to this mini celebrity. And I think that mini celebrity life lasts for about 3 to 4 months. You'll be among the most talked about among your peers, the most talked about in your street. So as you pass, everyone will turn around and be like, oh, she's getting married. Oh, is that guy that is marrying her? That attention is very, very sweet. That attention is very sweet, and that is what traps a lot of people. But let me tell you something. You see, that celebrity life is very, very transient and it's very short. It is very short. So after the first month, you announce your wedding date and all of that, and then you post your pre-wedding picture. That is the next one, pre-wedding pictures. And then everybody goes, the internet will go gaga. Everyone will be buzzing like, oh my god, so cute couple, oh god, when. And then you have comments and likes, and you'll be feeling fly. 1 month, 2 months, and then of course the wedding day comes, and then everybody gathers for you. Your peers, your friends, and family will post everywhere about you, and you're feeling on top of the world. After that, give it 1 more month, they will now start, oh, our wife, everywhere you pass, our wife, ìyàwó, munyai, you'll just be enjoying that. This does not last beyond 4 months. After like 1 month of that your marriage, let me shock you, other people will get married and people will move on. It is just natural. It is natural. People will move on to the next couple, to the next new thing. You're not going to be in that limelight forever, so you just have about that 3 4 months to enjoy that limelight. After the wedding comes the marriage, and then the reality will then hit you. You then begin to ask yourself, what am I even doing here? You'll be feel, some of us will say, spoken to a lot of ladies, some of them will tell me like they feel trapped. Well, you walked into the trap. It's not meant to feel that way. That shows that you were actually not ready. You didn't think it through. You did not think it through. You were not ready. You were not emotionally prepared. The problem is that some of us do not really sit down to think about what marriage is really about. We don't sit down to think about the responsibilities that come with being married. We just want to do it because, oh, I'm a graduate, I should marry. I finished NYC, I should marry. But marriage is a lot. Marriage is a lot. Imagine committing to staying with somebody morning, afternoon, and night, and waking up every day to the smell of the person's breath. 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, 50 years. It's something that you really need to think through. It's not something that you should let pressure decide for you. Do not allow pressure to take the decision of when you should marry for you. Do not allow the limelight, to be the thing that would decide for you when you will. It is something that you need to sit down and think through. Because if you don't think it through, at the end of the day, when you are done, when you are out of that limelight, when you are done with the marriage preparations, which is actually the sweetest part of wedding period, the period into when the wedding happens. When you're done with the preparations, you're done with being in the limelight for that 3 4 months, and then you start the marriage proper, then the reality will hit you. And then you begin to ask yourself, what am I doing here? I feel stuck, I feel this, I feel that. You then understand that you did not actually condition your mind to share your space with somebody. You did not think about in-laws, getting yourself involved and aligned with a brand new family apart from the family you used to know. You don't think about any of those things. You were not thinking about them. So what happens is that they meet you by surprise. And when they meet you by surprise, you're likely not to take the best of decisions because they met you by surprise. But if it is something that you have, you thought through, and you're able to think deeply about it, and then, make up your mind, prepare your mind for what it takes. You will not be feeling stuck, you'll not be feeling taken unawares, and you will be able to take better decisions. This is the reason you enter into marriage, and then your mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, they do one thing, and then you take it to the roof because you were actually not prepared. Because there are some things that you should expect. You may not be that lucky to get people that will understand you so easily. So it's something, is a relationship that may take time to build. And during that time that that relationship is being built, a lot is happening, a lot is going on underground. And if you make any mistake at that point, like you react based on emotion or how you're feeling, then marriage will come crashing. Then you start having problem with your husband. From there you start shouting, your in-laws hate you, they don't want you, and of course that in many times that brings about problem between the husband and wife. And give it 3 months, the marriage is already in a very deep crisis. Because why? You did not prepare. As a woman, your life should actually be centered on preparation, because the life of a woman is unique. Our lives as women, is very, very unique. That is why we don't have to we don't have to live our lives based on chance. Let it just be anyhow it comes. I'll take it. You just wake up today, you get married, you sit down, you say you're waiting for your life partner, you're not preparing your mind about the main thing that is going to be happening in the marriage. You talk about childbirth, you talk about pregnancy. I've spoken with a lot of ladies. They will date for like 5 years, 6 years, 4 years. Yeah, they will tell you marriage caught them by surprise, and that's pregnancy even caught them by surprise, because they did not really think about these things. The things that you did not take time to think about tends to be very difficult to handle if they eventually confront you. So it is always best to take some time to think about some things, think about some decision, and you know how they are going to affect your life in general. Please do not let pressure decide when or who you would marry. Do not let your age decide when or who you would marry. Do not let anything else decide it. It should be from it should be your decision. It should not be because, oh, you are 35. Oh, your mom is pressuring you. Oh, there are lots of men coming. And then there is this lie. I call it a lie. Yes, there is this lie about women being like flowers and women having a time period. I heard it a lot. When I was about 20, I had started having a lot of suitors. Well, I was not ready to get married. I knew what I wanted to, I wanted to build my life to an extent before settling into marriage. So because of that, I never ever planned to get married as at that time. So I remember one of my cousins, she was so so scared for me, and she called me one time and said, "Mommy," as they used to call me at home, she said, "Mommy, you are so beautiful now. Don't think that you continue to be this beautiful because your beauty will fade. Oh, I'm telling you now, as your big sister, your beauty will fade, and these men will stop. Don't think they will keep running around you like this." My sister, that is a lie, because men kept running around me that way until when I got married. Yes, you heard me. And I think what should be attracting men to you is not because you are beautiful. It should actually be about the value that you carry. What are you ready to contribute to the man's life? So when people see value, when men see value, they stay. And funny enough, I kept getting more beautiful as I aged. I don't think I was prettier when I was 24. No, I kept getting prettier by the day. But then I found that the value of men that I attracted when I was 23 was not the same the one when I attracted when I was 28. And I'm not saying that marrying late makes you attract value, no. But because I have taken some time to build my life to an extent that I could attract, better value. So the more value you put in your life, you know, the better what you would attract. Do not let anybody pressure you. Take your time, build yourself, think about the whole part about being married, the responsibilities that come with it, and then know when you are ready to venture. The will of God for your life matters the most, not the pressures around you. I believe that God will help us to continue to build better families, better marriages, and of course, better societies. I remain your girl Equita C, and until I come your way again, stay blessed and let nothing pressure you. Bye bye.